when I keep even repeating the word Red Fort, I realize that, I have to mention that Red Fort was not true to its name. It actually was white.
Huh?
Yes. So basically, Red Fort was originally white and like made of limestones. During the time it was commissioned by Shah Jahan. Later on, limestone is something that could get corroded and chipped. After that, it was completely repainted by the British government and all as red. And that is how, like, earlier it was not even called the Lal Kila. It was the Kila-e-Mubarak, the Blessed Fort.
Wow.
Yes. So the most famous place, one of the most significant places in Delhi, like it was called Kila-e-Mubarak, and now later on it became the Red Fort because it was repainted red, not originally built red. It was originally white.
Hi and welcome to another episode of Misadventures of a Sneaker. And like you have already guessed, I believe, today we are taking you to Dilwalon ke Shehar, Delhi. And with me today is my favoritist partner, Revati.
Favoritist ho gaye main abhi. Hi everyone.
And I have a very, very dear friend, Haritha, who will be taking us on this tour.
Hi Haritha, we are so happy to have you on our podcast.
Hi Revati and hi Godly. I'm so happy to be here with you today, and I am hoping to take you to Delhi. Welcome.
I remember when the first time I met Haritha, she gave me a small note and I was totally stunned with the handwriting I saw. She's extremely good with calligraphy, and the way she will do the calligraphy with small images of floral patterns, flowers and all of that, it makes it look even more cutesy and all. Like, I think she's amazingly creative. Like, you have to see it, and if you ever need a calligraphy commission, I think she's the person you go to.
Wow, impressive.
It's not only just calligraphy and all, like she has a lot of talents. Okay, she also sings pretty well, and she's also a Mahapadaku girl. She's like a Delhi University Miranda House economics grad and all of that. And she's like, padhai wala kuch bhi doge to she will read happily, whether it's geography ke maps and all of that, like politics, kuch bhi aisa nerdy hoga, ask her to read and all of that, she'll happily do that.
Wow, Haritha, that's a fancy little introduction you've got from Godly, huh?
But it's true, yeah.
Very nice, huh? Godly, I think you have a question in mind that is coming up for Haritha, right?
Yeah.
Pucho.
Okay, so talking about nerdy things, if you could time travel to any period in Delhi's history, okay, where would you go? And why that particular experience?
Okay, Delhi history. So, if I time travel to any time in the history of Delhi, it would mostly be definitely the Mughal era, and also later when we are talking about Razia Sultan tomb and all of that, I'll tell you, it is something that is underrated and something people don't know about. But I would go to the time when Razia Sultan was ruling Delhi, especially because how she rose to power, and she being the only and the first female ruler in the entire Sultanate, Delhi Sultanate, the great administration and her capabilities that led to her, like Iltutmish asking her to be the ruler of Delhi. That sort of an era where, like the first time a woman is ruling this Delhi empire. So I think that is a time I would go to. In fact, it was said that she and one of her brothers were given a charge to take care of Delhi, and her brother proved to be inefficient while she came up with, she was a very efficient manager. Now, when I think about it, what it lies underneath, somewhere buried in the history of Delhi, but just thinking about it, it's a very significant moment for a woman to be rising to be the ruler at that time. And to be a really efficient one, because of which she became the first female ruler in the Mughal Empire, or like the Delhi Sultanate, in fact. So not even like
Which era is this? Like which century and all? Would you remember?
This would be it will be. She actually ruled around 1236 to 1240.
Yeah,
she was 1200. She was only alive for like 35 years. So yeah, this is what had happened. She was one of the
what a woman, right? What a woman.
Yes, what a woman. Like, should remember. So yeah.
Yes.
That way.
I really love your answer, Haritha. Beautiful. So I have a question that I wanted to ask, and this question is for the three of us. So I have been to Delhi on a couple of trips. I know Godly stayed there for a bit. I know you, Haritha, are a local in Delhi right now. So if there are three highlights of Delhi that you would like to talk about, tell our listeners some of your favorite experiences of Delhi. And when I say experiences, I don't mean just monuments or just restaurants or something. Can be literally anything. Three experiences of Delhi that are very close to your heart that you absolutely love, enjoy, anything of that sort. What would it be? Since I asked the question, I already have my places in my head. So let me go first. So I have visited Delhi a few times, but all of them were only work visits. So I have worked in the day and I have roamed around or partied more towards the evening. So I have not really been to any of the historical monuments of Delhi, except that I've seen a few from outside. So for me, my top one would be the shopping in Delhi. So I went to Janpath and Delhi Haat when I was there. मुझे just mind blowing लगा. So I'm very much a person who likes thrifty shopping. Most listeners would know that by now because I've always spoken about bargaining, how I love bargaining. कोई 100 रुपए बोल दे, मैं उसको अगर 20 रुपए में ले लूँ ना, मेरा तो दिन बन गया, महीना बन गया वाला हो जाता है. And Delhi is all about that. And it's great. You get all kinds of clothes, like absolutely in fashion. If you want to look, if you want something really branded, you'll get the 10th copy of it for 50 rupees. That is like phenomenal. So I love Janpath and I love Delhi Haat for its overall culture kind of influence that it has in terms of, you know, all the music, the folk music going on behind, the colors that you see there, the paintings that you see, generally clothes that you get, food that you get, overall vibes, vagara. So shopping Delhi for me is phenomenal. Number two would be India Gate. The first visit to India Gate will blow your mind away. For me, मैं तो एकदम पुफ ये क्या है? Also मुझे flag देख के कुछ तो होता है. Like I am like one extremely like एकदम like जय हिंद वाला feeling आ जाता है मुझे. So going रात को वहाँ पे, and if you're there in the winters and having the ice cream from some ठेला वाला, one Mother's Dairy ice cream, टिंग 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 करके आएगा. वो मुझे बहुत 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 अच्छा लगा था. I had a lovely time just sitting over there. Ice cream, Samne India Gate, you see the flag, a feeling of pride and a feeling of wow. And the third thing, I don't know why, but I have something about Gurudwaras. So I'm very, very fond of Gurudwaras. मैं बहुत जगह गुरुद्वारा ऐसे अंदर घुस जाती हूँ. So the Bangla Sahib Gurudwara, that is, I think very close to CP, if I remember correctly. That is also one of my top places. Again, like I said, I could only go in the evening. And in the evening, it's all lit up and you can see the reflection of the golden dome in the sarovar over there. And the mandar ja rahe ho, you're dressed in Indian clothes, you have a dupatta on your hair. Oh. And generally the vibe over there is really nice. Like you have the Gurudwara ka jo hymn chalta hai, you know, that'll keep running and it's somehow gunjta hai, so you get one energy from there. So I love the Bangla Sahib. I really like the name also. So I was wondering, kyun Bangla Sahib kyun hona chahiye? It's because once upon a time, the Gurudwara was actually a bungalow. The Raja of Amer, Jaipur, wala jo Amer fort hai, unka jo Raja hai, Jai Singh. So Raja Jai Singh actually converted his bungalow into a Gurudwara. That's where the Bangla. And then eventually it became the Bangla Sahib Gurudwara. I mean, it reconstruct hua hai, but it was started off as being a bungalow. So मुझे ये सब चीजें I'm very fond of such stories.
But how come he didn't start this with J? Because we know that he named most of the things he likes with J, right? He left this one.
That is a good point. Very good point. Throwback to our episode on Jaipur, where we had lots of J's in Jaipur. Yeah, very good point. मुझे पता नहीं है. कोई एक silent J रखा होगा, उन्होंने उड़ा दिया होगा बाद में. But for me, these three were my top three. Oh, please can I put like 3.5 parathas या रात को जाके वो पराठे खाना. Oh my God, वो पराठे वाली गली में तो I just flew, like just fly. Like 5 kgs of butter on your paratha and you can just fly. Exactly. So definitely, I mean, these are my why I love Delhi wale Three experiences, 3.5 experiences. Who's going next?
I think I would like to go because, just picturing what all you said makes me just realize how fond I'm of, certain experiences and places in Delhi. Okay, I'll list. The first I would go is Jama Masjid during the time of Ramzan.
Oh,
Amazing. Heads up that it is definitely very, very crowded, but during the time of Ramzan, going to Jama Masjid is like a total different feeling. How do I really describe it? It's more like there is a lot of food stalls. There is this, all that sharbate mahabbat, or like the namaz and all that happens. I really can't express in one word as to how that feels, but I think it is something that one should definitely experience if they are in Delhi around that time for sure. The second one for me would be Qutub Minar in the evenings, super lit up, laid back. It gives you a very peaceful, laid back feeling with like a lot of, more like definitely a lot of sculptures around, but at the same time, it's a very mesmerizing thing to be looking at, just, like be stunned by. Look at the huge, really tall structure in front of you, and you're just like pretty much mesmerized, and you're just like, just sit there and like, literally soak up the feeling of it. So that is something I extremely love. Then the third thing would be the first thing that actually comes to mind, but which I'm mentioning as a third, will be Dilli Haat. For me, it's like Dilli Haat is a place I keep going back to. Like, I don't know why, but it just keeps calling me, and it's just like, कहीं पे भी चलने का पूछोगे मुझे तो like I'll be like, let's go to Dilli Haat, like Dilli Haat. So Dilli Haat, the INA one, especially the which I keep visiting. Dilli Haat for the decor, shopping, souvenir, and all of it. At the same time, it gives like a very holistic vibe, because again, you have merchants and traders from across the country, different states having their stalls and everything. But at the same time, for the beauty of the place, the decor and everything. So these are three top favorite things for me to just like, experience and be around in Delhi.
Wow, 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 wow. Too good, too good. Godly, it's your turn now.
The first place would be Humayun's tomb, because of course the entire area it's beautiful and it's peaceful. So the perfect spot for me to read a book, or even if I want to sketch. All my Delhi exploration was limited to weekend. So I loved going to Humayun's tomb. I would happily maybe skip some one of those other sites just to go sit there at Humayun's tomb. It's so pretty for me. And it's not only the tomb which is very beautiful, right? Like the entire complex, and I can even go on the tour that they give you over there, even that happily, like how it was one of those very few Mughal architectures commissioned by Humayun's wife.
Humayun's
but
wife
something like
had
that.
commissioned the tomb for him. Yeah.
Yeah. And the garden itself is like in the complex. It's so beautiful. I've heard that it's inspired by the paradise mentioned in Quran. And then so basically what happens is it's very close to the Nizamuddin Dargah, right? Like it was believed back then that it's really good to be, after death, to be placed close to a saint. And Nizamuddin was one of the very great saints of the 14th century. So I think, which is why most of the Mughal tombs are there in that complex. Out of all the structures that are there, I think most of the tombs are there in the Humayun tomb complex, but like also very, very beautiful. And it's also under ASI, so it's very nicely maintained. I think it was the most favorite place.
Isn't Humayun's tomb the one that is the Taj Mahal inspiration thing?
Yeah, it's believed that it's supposed to be the an inspiration behind Taj.
And being commissioned by a woman. Balle balle for us.
One of those very few.
Represent!
Number 2 would definitely be my favorite Mahila market, or the Sunday book market, which was there near Delhi Gate. And because I think every month, one Sunday, I would just keep to visit there. I would keep a budget of about 500 so that I'll spend only 500 in books. But somehow I ended up spending less and buying more books, because the books are that cheap, like $30, $15, and you get good books. So I would know that, okay, this time I want to read some mystery, or this time I want to read something which is like young teen and all of that, and I get it over there. And I take my sweet time exploring, going through the entire market. It's a very huge market if you take your time.
And you are coming from Calcutta, where you have the Asia's largest market, the College Street. Very impressive.
So I tell you, okay, see, College Street are also very close to me, and I love College Street as well. For Delhi, that Sunday market, it only opens in Sunday, okay? And you will see books lying like this, like they will spread it across. Now, College Street will have it lined up, okay? You will have to take your time exploring, tick, 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 and then maybe get on to the conversation where you bargain and ask for the rates, okay, how much is this for, or how much is that for? Over there, mostly the amounts are like pretty much fixed to the amount, like, yeah, 25, this is 50 and all of that.
And Godly, when you say over there, you mean the Delhi Mahila market.
That's right.
So Delhi Mahila market में bargain करने की जरूरत होता नहीं है क्योंकि everything's already so well priced, whereas in College Street you might have to bargain, थोड़ा बहुत.
So for me, taking that walk is very, very cool because I get to see हर एक में जा जाके I'll just see, okay, and then I would realize, oh, भूख लग गया है, now I need to have lunch and all of that. So that stays, that's my deep most favorite. फिर बहुत सारे books लेके next day चलो, next weekend पे हुमायूं's tomb पे जाके बैठ के पढ़ने का है. Other than that, so if not these two places, the third most favorite would be to go to either Connaught Place or Khan Market for the cafes. So Khan Market mein there's this thing that I can go buy books and sit in a cafe and read it. And same with Connaught Place. Connaught Place for me was like very, very, like a lot of good cafes was there. And it's not like I look at the particular cafe and go there. I just go explore, and if I see something that catches my eye, I just go like, oh, okay, let's just go. And to give you an example, in Khan Market there are like a lot of good cafes. My favorite would be Big Chill.
Big Chill is the one that has that legendary chocolate thing, no?
Yes,
Mississippi mud pie or something, right?
I love all their desserts, okay? Like I will skip breakfast and go just to eat that dessert, okay? Or एक से मेरा मन नहीं भरेगा. So I know that I'll have to order two desserts. And what I used to do is, after those two desserts, I'll order a juice कि अच्छा चलो थोड़ा healthy लगना चाहिए. So मैंने बहुत dessert खा लिया, अब थोड़ा juice
पी डेजर्ट में milk होता है. Milk is protein. If you need reasons, I'll give you reasons, yeah.
Yeah, but I used to save so that I can go there and spend money on like good cafes over there.
Yeah.
Like Big Chill is one of them, and also their Italian dishes are just so good. I feel bad that I didn't stay, longer in Delhi because I could have tried everything in their menu by then. I pretty much wasted a lot of time just looking at those cafes. Look really, really pretty cafes there, okay? Like good time to just...
Khan Market, you said, right?
Yeah.
Superb.
If I start talking about Delhi, I think it'll take us like 2-3 more sessions because Delhi has so many things to talk about. Like everything can be like a podcast episode in its own, whether we talk about the heritage, the history, the food, the cafes that it has, and even the different experiences that you can have while you're there.
And your book markets.
Of course, that is one of them.
Superb, yeah. I think हम तीनों ने crack मार दिया with phenomenal answers about what parts of Delhi we really, really like. So I am actually very excited about this episode, and I'll tell you why, about this recording, and I'll tell you why. So I have been to Delhi only on work. So I've been to Delhi 2 or 3 times, and all the visits were only work visits, which means I have only explored Delhi रात को 9 बजे से maybe 12 बजे or something. And I'm actually planning to do a Delhi trip sometime in January, February. So whatever you're going to say in our podcast is going to be my walking guide, my walking tour, and my जहाँ से मुझे ज्ञान मिलेगा, मुझे FOMO मिलेगा, वो सब होने वाला है. So
okay. Nice. Okay.
So I'm genuinely really excited. So you're almost talking to a Delhi novice. So I'm very, very excited about this.
So I get my job
but
role.
No pressure, okay? But no pressure.
प्लान पर रही थी. अच्छा ठीक है. हाँ, 4 or 5 days is enough. Like बहुत है, 4-5 दिन बहुत होता है. So to give a background, like the people who actually stay in Delhi are so busy that they just don't get the time to explore any of these things. But like, if you have the bandwidth to actually have like 3 to 4 days to actually just see this place the way it is, like, just be a flaneur and just like observe what Delhi is like. It has a lot to offer. Like, that is something that people miss out because they're just busy. Hai to Indraprastha, it's like the capital city. So like everyone, it's so welcoming that everyone is here.
Yeah, that's actually often the case. One tends to explore more while traveling versus when they're living there. You know, the ghar ki murgi dal barabar wala scene.
Yeah, right. Now it's just like, population pressure इतना आ गया है कि थोड़ा थोड़ा हम फैलने भी लग गए हैं. So all the NCR and all of that. So if you're coming here, there are like different aspects in which you can actually go for, like, look at the city. If you just like take a bus ride around Delhi. So basically, Delhi has a really good public transportation system. Like, their buses.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, the buses and the metro is so well connected that it's very cheap to get around in Delhi, and you can really go around and cover so many places in a day because of that. One thing I need to mention is that if and when you're visiting Delhi, just download the DMRC app.
Oh yeah, very
Delhi
helpful.
Metro Rail Corporation का app download कर लो, जिंदगी एकदम सही हो जाएगी. Like, more than
It
you're
tells you
Awesome.
landmarks also near the metros and stuff. So किस
Yes.
gate से निकलना है वो भी mentioned रहता है. So it's very easy to go to different places.
Wow.
Like नीचे रहता है कि कौन-कौन से landmarks है and कौन-कौन से gate से निकलने पे ये मिलेगा and all that.
It's a great
Yeah,
tip.
it's a great utility app.
I remember
Yes.
Delhi with the metro lines. Like, so it was always the blue line, yellow line and all of that.
So many, like, it's so well interconnected now.
Delhi Metro का तो नाम है as being one of the very, very well connected and very, very well laid out metro lines in India, right?
Yeah, the Delhi Metro is great.
They have like these
Wow.
footprint stickers, no? Like, you'll
Yeah.
have yellow footprint stickers stuck on the floor. Then you just have to walk on that and you'll get there wherever you want.
Yeah, it has a really good connectivity to all the places that we have talked about. And our blog mentions all these places along with the metro stops as well, like which line and which stop you can take. Even though primarily most of our destinations would fall under the yellow line.
Fantastic. Wonderful. So how is the last mile connectivity? So once I get off from a metro and if I have to go somewhere, is like autos or buses and all, is it very nice, manageable, very well?
Har jagah you will get the tuk-tuks, that is the electric e-rickshaws.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Great.
That is really great.
Excellent. So I think we are all set for the Ghumna Firna and jumping into Delhi conversations. Chalo.
So like, when you go about, the first thing that you would see is like this old heritage places buried beneath the modernity. It's so evidently visible. It's like a lot of, like, आपको लगता है कि बस India Gate है, Qutub Minar है, like all the textbook places, the pictures that come here. But Delhi is not just that. Everything is just like, covered beneath, and there are so many monuments and everything which people don't visit. Main areas that you should not miss out if you come to Delhi. Coming to that, it will be Red Fort, India Gate. This is basically the central Delhi and the old Delhi areas, which is basically the center, like the Lutyens Delhi that you say. The administrative capital that
Like the
Delhi.
CBD kind of central business district kind of thing of Delhi.
Absolutely. So it's very fancy, and the places around that we can go about is more like Chandni Chowk, near to Chandni Chowk. Basically, that is what central Delhi will be about. You have a lot of places that you can actually watch that you only have seen on TV screens and textbooks that you can see for real, and click pictures. Like, around there, we have some markets that you can definitely explore. So, like, we targeting women audience. It's like we get a lot of cheap jewelry and clothes and everything that you want at a very cheap price. So we have one market is Janpat. Janpat is right next to.
Very popular, yeah.
Yeah. Janpat is a really famous market. Then we have Palika Bazaar. So if you go to Connaught Place is the hub, like, it's a circular marketplace where you all get all the really hi-fi luxury brands and everything happening over there. It's a very
upmarket kind of an area.
Yeah. Now in between, like right in center of CP is the Central Park, and Central Park in niche there is this interesting place called Palika Bazaar. Palika Bazaar is the underground, like it's
like basement kind of a thing.
Yeah. So basically there is this park over top, and then there is you go underneath. That is where the whole Palika Bazaar market is, and the interest. Yeah. So, and after renovation, it is air conditioned now. So you have like an air conditioned underground market where you can like take a walk around. There are so many shops around selling a lot of clothes and belts and like leather stuff and all of those. And people just like are asking for your attention. So like, madam, बुलाते जा रहे हो. तुम बस भाग रहे हो. Like
everyone wants you in their shop.
Everyone is just like, madam kurti, madam sari, madam ye, madam ye. I'm like,
and do you have to like bargain hardcore if you are walking around?
You can bargain over there. You can easily bargain. Oh, bargaining tips is something that I definitely should give. Like it's like whatever they quote, you should easily go to like 25%. And
25%.
Yeah, you quote like they say 600 rupees, you go for like something like 150 rupees, then you might get it at like 250 rupees. That is like good to go. Like see 45%.
I just love bargaining kind of shopping.
Absolutely.
I'm completely that kind of person.
Absolutely. तो वो उसमें ना ये भी है कि like मजा आता है कि like यार मैं तो आज 50 रुपए कम कर कितना भी हो like it's like a win for you at the end. I mean, yeah.
Like, you get a high out of bargaining.
Yeah.
And then you get the outfit or the shoe or the whatever you've gone for. Like them 2-in-1 ho jata hai. I love it. I enjoy such kind of shopping more than, mall shopping, more than expensive brands and all of those things.
It is fun that way. It's like, walking out in Delhi streets. Yeah, of course, again, the thing is like being a woman and walking out in Delhi streets is like, of course, you're very careful about your safety and security and everything. But at the same time, you feel more, what do you call, it makes you independent.
That's very true. You have put it across very nicely. So now, are you an out and out Delhi wali?
Yeah. But there is a Delhi which, there is a Delhi vibe that you get. Which is very interesting. Like, I don't know, like, if you really just play Delhi 6 ka gana na.
Oh.
दिल्ली 6 का गाना ऐसे काफी
है मसालों की दिल्ली of course what a song.
वो एक vibe absorb करना, like being able to do that is a beautiful thing. You trying to walk in the lanes of Delhi and absorbing, go to small shops, not the bigger fancy urban stuff, small karigari stuff and all of that. That I think that is where the essence of Delhi lies. You can actually go and purchase really small, beautiful things which are made by these handmade artisans and all of those people that you can find in different places. For example, if you want to go for some decor items and souvenir and all of that, then we have Delhi Haat. Delhi Haat is one of my favorite places.
This was one of the night places that I went to. Okay, beautiful place, but I love the lighting.
It's my favorite place to go to. I just don't know. It's just सारे aesthetic feels लेने के लिए वही जाना होता है. It's so beautiful. I like just go to Delhi Haat. Just go there, look at all the pretty things. It has a different feels and vibes, and the color, the decor, the aesthetics, and everything is so.
There is someone playing some instrument there, as in when we went, there was someone there. So it's like an all-in-one thing.
That happens mostly in the evenings. There will be someone coming up and just doing some live music. In fact, when I was in college, there used to be nukkad nataks hote the uske saamne.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah. Kafi happening. See, it's a place where art is just flourishing, so it's really lovely.
There's also a place where there's theaters every week or multiple times and all of that, like very popular if you want to watch plays and stuff.
इंडिया हैबिटेट सेंटर IHC बोलते हैं, लोधी कॉलोनी के पास. वहां पे एम्फी थिएटर होता है जहाँ पे लेकिन आई हैव गॉन, जैसे मंटो के वगैरह प्लेज वहां पे होते थे, एंड आई यूज्ड टू गो एंड वॉच देम देयर. सो दैट इज अ प्लेस. Then So Delhi government and all is trying to make up for a lot of things by, making the streets of Delhi really beautiful. Okay. So we have a lot of beautifully painted walls and
Oh,
everywhere.
wow.
You will find that chalte firte you find a lot of art.
Like graffiti murals and all that, is
Yes,
it?
yes. Beautiful
Wow.
ones. Beautiful ones.
Oh,
There
I
is a
love it.
dedicated place in Lodi colony जहाँ पे वो government quarters होते हैं ना उनके पूरे walls and all have been painted by some 50 street artists. Really famous, really huge project that was run, and if you really walk through those places, you will find a whole colony with these government quarters. उनके सारे के सारे walls इतने सुंदर तरीके में painted है. So aesthetic. It's like a photographer's place to just
Oh,
if you really love
beautiful, lovely. And where exactly is this located, this mural art street?
It is actually called the Lodi Art District. CP से थोड़ा नीचे, Rajiv Chowk से like a couple of stations down. It's like near Jor Bagh. Yellow line में ही आता है.
Very nice. Okay, so special note to Lodi Colony and the art district over there. Must visit, must spend some time walking around, seeing the art and clicking a lot of pictures.
Because these are government quarters, living residential area where you're trying to walk and find those gravities. You have to actually explore the area to find that. But other than that, अभी G20 summit हुआ ना, G20 summit के आसपास भी इतना सारा beautification हुआ है.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. So Delhi actually has photo walks के लिए Delhi has all the content. And that too, in different classifications में. तुम्हें old Delhi vibe चाहिए तो वो, modern चाहिए तो वो, urban landscape तो वो, all these old heritage monuments, no? That also is like something else only.
Wonderful.
So now that we are in this area, I highly recommend taking a e-rickshaw like tuk-tuk or an auto and heading straight to one of my other favorite place, which is the Lodi Gardens.
तो Lodi Gardens के बीच में Archaeological Survey of India has the tomb there, monument, it's a monument. तो वो है.
So in Lodi Garden, right, there are a lot of small historical monuments which are from the Lodi dynasty as well. Okay, like there are a few Mughal monuments as well, and I think quite a few from the Lodi dynasty. So there's this Bada Gumbad complex which has a mosque and a mehman khana. It's my favorite spot there in Lodi Garden. It's really pretty, and I think it's very perfect to take pictures. Some of my best candid shots are there. There are other
how is it? Is it like a marble thing or is it like a...
No, nothing is marble over there. There's like Bada Gumbad, right, which means the big dome. There's also a Sheesh Gumbad, okay, which are for the Lodi tombs. But the thing is, you can't see the mirrors and all of that, but it has a very beautiful carvings. So you can take good sort of time to just look at those, and to be very fairly honest, exploring even these monuments will take you a good sort of time. I used to explore thoda sa and then get tired, have a chota motu picnic over there. I had my friend with me. We both ate and then we explored thoda sa. We were doing something like that. I think even Sikandar Lodi's tomb is there, which is again very beautiful. If you take some time to get inside and look at the walls and especially the roof, which they I think even call Chhatri, it's very pretty.
This dates back to really long, and all these are phenomenally well maintained.
So some of them are not that well maintained, but you can see fairly good. Once you look at them, you will have a fairly good idea of how it might have looked back then, because it has monuments from I think Tughlaq dynasty to Mughal dynasty is there.
The Archaeological Survey of India has preserves the main tomb sort of.
That's right. There's a short art pull ya kuch kehte hain, like an 8 bridges kind of a structure. So what used to happen is they I think created a tributary from Yamuna. It's no longer existent. You just have a reservoir there, jaise parks mein hote hain and all of that. You can take a walk there, and of course I think it's the hotspot for pre-wedding shoots and all of that.
I'm sure the way you guys are describing the whole place, it would be one of those.
Yeah, right.
And now with the winters coming up, These kind of gardens are great places to spend your Sundays and do a picnic, and you can chill, spend QT with family, and a huge touch of history as well when you are exploring these tombs, right?
Yes. I'll tell you the thing with Lodi Gardens. I was just saying that, there's like community meetups and everything happen like there. One of them is Lodi Reads happening every Saturday. Then there is Lodi Reads, there is Lodi Paints. In fact, the thing to mention is that there is this Instagram page called Dogs of Lodi.
Oh my God, I didn't know about this
It is
page.
the most adorable thing, okay? तो वहाँ पे ये है कि like इतने सारे friendly doggos हैं वहाँ पे, and there is like this
you're making
one,
my day telling me this. Just I am a crazy dog person, crazy
you
like
know?
nuts.
Okay.
I am. It's very similar to the Cubbon Park, Lal Bagh experience in Bangalore, and that's where I am from. So Cubbon Park actually has this dog park which they run every Sunday. It's beautiful experience. They have a lot of other community meets as well. So I'm very glad to know that just like Bangalore has its Cubbon Park and Lal Bagh experiences, Delhi has its Lodi Garden and many other gardens that you've told us about.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Spend
Next
there.
thought, you definitely can go to Lodi Gardens and have a really good, nice time there.
Oh my
और
God.
कौन सा है like Delhi is a lot of the thing is that something that really surprises me about Delhi is that it's such a small area and it has to accommodate so many things, and there are like these parks which are so huge right in the central area, like Nehru Park kitna bada hai, Lodi Gardens is really good. There are too many good parks around there. Like with respect to some heritage places, we talked about Lodi Gardens. Around Southeast area, you get to go to the places like Safdarjung Tomb. It's in Nizamuddin railway station ka area. It's one of the main stations wherein like most of our Rajdhanis and all come. That is in Hazrat Nizamuddin, and around that area we have Nizamuddin Aulia ki Dargah.
So one very interesting aspect of the Nizamuddin Dargah, I don't want to miss out on mentioning this, that there's Qawwali. I've heard, on Thursday evening, they have this Qawwali session, which might like take you on some next level Sufi music.
I'm sure.
I've heard that they hold the Qawwali twice, like sometime in the evening. And again, later at night also they hold a Qawwali. That's a must if you want to have a live Qawwali experience.
Wow, I've actually never attended a Qawwali in person, so this would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic.
So usme Humayun's tomb is there. Safdarjung tomb is not very far from there.
Godly, didn't you refer to this Humayun's tomb as your favorite place in Delhi?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite places.
I remember you telling at the start of our recording. So Batao, tell us more about this entire Humayun's tomb and the place around it.
So I had a friend, she used to work with the people there, people who have like been there since I don't know when and all of that. So they had these
generations.
They had these generational artists of Mehendi art and stuff. So she was making a documentary on those artists there. Yeah, and so basically what happens is the entire area and all of that is very kichi, and you go to Humayun's tomb and it's just pura calm. You sit over there, you paint, you read a book under the trees and all of that. And of course, Sundar Nursery is also pretty close, and they have like very pretty trees and all.
I remember you talking about Humayun's tomb and Sundar Nursery in the podcast episode we did about. We spoke about this in the Dalhousie wala Dharamshala Dalhousie episode, right? I remember you talking so nicely about those two there as well. Nice. See, Sundar Nursery is a nursery. Like a nursery is a place where you buy plants, right? Or is it a garden?
That's what I thought too, but it's somehow like a park. So I can't say it's like log mat leke aate hain, baithte hain to paint and all of that. And they also do a heritage walk, by the way.
Who is the they who do the heritage walk?
From Sundar Nursery only. So you can check their Instagram or the website. So they will host frequent weekly. So at least they'll have. I don't know how.
Take you. in the
people did it.
area around.
Yeah. They will do those Humayun's tomb, and those people will tell you good amount of history also, right, while showing you those places. So all the heritage places that comes close to that place, they will do it. I think it's for some few hours, and after that they will again come back to the same place in the nursery.
Best.
So then you
घूम
sit
फिर
and
के
chill and
आके
explore.
chill.
हाँ, picnic करना है तो करो.
I like this. Okay, very nice point. We should check out their Instagram page of your Sundar Nursery.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So winters may they have a lot of stuff. No, in winters I think Delhi hosts a lot of things in these
Yes.
Lodi Garden and
Yes.
usme.
Okay. So the Saftarjung tomb, Nizamuddin, Dargah, Humayun's tomb, and
When you're tired, chill at Sundar Nursery.
Sundar Nursery. Yes, yes.
All of these places around Hazrat Nizamuddin you can explore on Monday. Another place that I have to definitely mention is Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar mein evenings, like I think the entry is only around 5 p.m. 6 p.m. or something, but enter around that time. Like entry nahi, like the closing timings is around that time. Okay, but if you enter around that time and then stay longer inside the Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar is full of lights now. Earlier it wasn't.
Yeah.
G20 का beautification है ना, इतना सुंदर लगता है. So Qutub Minar is
like does Qutub Minar have a complex as well, or is it just
Yeah.
It's a very good question to ask. Okay, so recently one of my friends had visited and she was like, यार कुतुब मीनार हमने टेक्स्ट बुक में जो देखा तो मुझे ऐसे लगा कि कहीं ऐसे बीच में एक खड़ा किया हुआ है मीनार बस.
That's right.
Exactly. But and then when you actually visit and you see those places, you're like, oh, this is not what I imagined, sort of a thing. It's actually a group of monuments, like Qutub Minar complex, which is there. And there are a lot of things in there. There is another incomplete minar, which was called Alai Minar. You can also see the stark differences with respect to the Mughal architecture taking over from the Indian traditional pillars. So there are these intricate details wala over here, and the next pillar will be the Mughal architecture, more simplified and just geometric, simple pattern sort of thing. There are like a lot of ruins over there. At the same time, it's like a huge complex. It's not small. And then there stands like this majestic Qutub Minar over there. And in fact, when you go there and stand in front of it, you realize like how the different Delhi Sultanate rulers have completed different stories of it. A couple of the ones that they begin with, the stories, they look different. What do you call the designs and everything are pretty different.
The patterns, the different designs,
yes,
very
patterns.
Different. Oh, lovely!
According to the ruler that has built it. So, and now since Qutub Minar has all these lights and all of that lit up in the evening, one of these evenings you should go there and sit and chill. Definitely, like Qutub Minar jana chahiye.
Now this whole thing is a complex, right? So iske andar kya hai?
So of course, other than the Qutub Minar, there are other things built by different rulers. I remember the tomb of Alauddin Khilji is also there.
Oh, Alauddin Khilji.
There's also
history coming alive, man.
Yeah, actually, especially after you have like read so much about Khilji, you watch so many documentaries and stuff, and when you go there and you're like, oh, idhar. And then, of course, there's the mosque, which is my personal favorite, other than Qutub Minar. I think it's called the Quwwatul Islam or the Might of Islam Mosque. It's supposedly one of the first built in Delhi after Islamic conquest by Qutbuddin Aibak. And it's very, very beautiful. And mostly all of them have such beautiful pillars, right? Photo बड़े अच्छे आते हैं. इधर से उधर से ऐसे मैंने बहन को इतना पोज कराया उधर because the pictures come out pretty well. Very, very pretty.
Wow.
There's also a big garden.
Man, you have. I was just waiting कि big garden बोलने वाली हो तुम.
Yeah, big garden भी है. And of course, there are like strangely, I remember this from my walks and all. These parks and all of that, no, उसके बाहर मेहरौली में ना बहुत सारे रोल के दुकान है. So
like काठी roll and all that.
Yeah, and I'm like, अरे ये mini Calcutta का क्या?
I was just going to say mini Calcutta. So this place is going to need a few hours of exploring. It seems so. So ideal visit time should be, say, I enter late afternoon so that I can see all the inscriptions, sculptures, and stories of all the places in and around the Qutub complex.
Huh.
And then when it gets dark, enjoy the whole place getting lit up.
Yes, absolutely.
Get mesmerized
One more thing.
by the lights.
One more thing I'll tell you. Something that people don't remember is that, do you know where Iron Pillar is? Famous thing that we study in history textbooks. So Iron Pillar is also like right next to Qutub Minar. There is a masjid over there next to Qutub Minar. Inside the complex, all of these things are there. And masjid ke beach mein you will find the Iron Pillar. So Iron Pillar is right there, famous for not rusting, and it's an engineering marvel basically. So one another place that people usually don't go to, and it's kind of reserved for say history buffs, is a few 400-500 meters away or so. There is this Mehrauli Archaeological Park, which is not something people have heard of, like really well heard of. And most people who just visit Qutub Minar and go out, they don't visit Mehrauli Archaeological Park. But Mehrauli Archaeological Park is also another place where there are like a group of monuments again. There is the Jamali Kamali Mosque and aise karke there are different places that you can go to. But because it is lesser known, तो वो एक जगह भी है उसके पास में ही.
The Jamli Kamli Mosque is very, very famous. One of our very old legends of an queer love over there. The setting is there's a poet who fell in love with someone, and both of their tombs are very closely placed together, which is Jamli Kamli. It's a very beautiful structure. Okay, it's like red sandstone and marble structure, and of course there are Quranic inscriptions, and you will love it. Then close to that area is also Balban's tomb, many other tombs. There's also a step well. It's a Raju Ki Bauli and all. It's a good, like you can just go around exploring that area, take a walk.
This Jamli Kamli is a part of the Qutub complex, or is it separate?
So Qutub complex and the park are pretty close to each other.
Oh.
Okay, like just very close. You can see one from the other place.
Qutub Minar, हाँ, Mehrauli में ही है Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar का place is called, like where the place where Qutub Minar is called
closer
Mehrauli.
to Gurgaon, right? And that same yellow line only has the
Sort of.
big Hanuman thingy, which is in the Delhi 6 movie also.
Jhandewalan Hanuman temple. Huh.
So other than that, while you are walking in Mehrauli only, you will see so many old structures. No, you will love it. So
ऐसे करके बोलो तो
many monuments this place city has, man. Now with these places that we have covered, our day 2 will be what? I'm like eagerly waiting for some Chandni Chowk and some parathas and some shopping wale suggestions and all. Huh? So another day. So day number 2. Now day number 2, I'm going to Old Delhi. Now we batao. Oh, Chandni Chowk bol ke main khush ho gayi.
खाली पेट आना, because खाने का भी इतना सारा spots है that you can just like अभी इस गली चलते हैं, next उस गली चलते हैं types.
Very nice. I love it. Bolo. Okay, so now my day 2.
So, day 2, if you're heading to Chandni Chowk and the Old Delhi area, so Chandni Chowk, and also there is Jama Masjid over there. We have Jama Masjid, we have the, the street right opposite to Jama Masjid it's a food street where you find Kareem's, the famous Kareem's biryani place. That is right there. It's like, it's almost too crowded that, it's difficult to, get to the biryani. So it's a little difficult. Then there is Sharbati Mohabbat, that is the watermelon in the, you get it from the galiyan of Jama Masjid.
What a beautiful name, yaar. Sharbati
Mohabbat. It is Ruha. Wow. Yes, it is. Just, that Urdu influence and the way certain, words are used.
It sounds musical.
Yeah, absolutely. So you definitely should try Sharbati Mohabbat over there. It's basically the watermelon, and Rooh Afza, watermelon, milk, rose water and all of that mixed, like with rose petals and all of that. So it's something that you can enjoy. Summer drink, cold, ice cold summer drink that you can go for. So
good for non-veg places. What kind of veg do you get there? Like vegetarian options, I'm asking, because I know that butter chicken is also good there. There are kebabs you get there and all of that. But I don't know about the vegetarian options there.
Don't go to Jama Masjid area for vegetarian food is the best recommendation.
Even I
go to Chandni.
Think so.
Yeah, you should go to Chandni Chowk, and you can go, like, there is a whole parathe wali gali in Chandni Chowk.
That is your place. I will just melt here only.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm creating enough FOMO, I'm glad.
Lots.
To parathe wale gali jao, you can find these food stalls with this variety of parathe and all of that. Chandni Chowk jaoge to you will get a lot of good veg options to go for. Like, but Jama Masjid ke paas mein, it's like not that.
Are there any places that you can recommend? You mentioned Kareem's biryani.
Yeah.
Are there any
Also,
other
Kareem's butter
legendary?
chicken, very old
Yeah.
food.
So, if not restaurants,
There-
at least dishes that are like legendary in Jama Masjid area that one should try. Anything?
You basically get all these kebabs that you can try over there. Yeah,
There are
definitely
different types of naan. Like all these shops have like an huge collection of like what they are selling basically breads and naans as you call it. Some slightly sweeter, some slightly softer and whatnot. Because over here the naans are all just butter naan, garlic naan, and all of that. But udhar, while walking only, you will see such different varieties. One particular favorite is this where they put so many dry fruits and dip it in chashni and all of that. हाँ ये
मीठा होता
पूरा
है.
मीठा होता है.
It's really tasty. So it's like something that you can definitely try alongside that Jama Masjid line. It's of course, like the vegetarian option that you can go for over there.
I think it has enough calories for you to walk through the entire or do the entire Old Delhi walk. And it's just one particular naan that I'm talking about. Like there are actually very different sorts of while you are going on a food like exploring the food and all, you can see many types of those different breads basically. Okay.
Then like Al Jawahar Hotel, which is like pretty famous because like it used to be visited by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So
Oh, definitely try nihari. And I've heard this story somewhere that, like long back, there was some kind of an eye disease happening around, and a Hakim recommended this mutton nihari, which apparently helped people with that.
Like a dish helped them to the disease went away.
Apparently, it's packed with a lot of good nutrition and stuff, which apparently helps you a lot against fighting that disease.
Oh, what a story.
Yeah, so it has its own recipe. You can follow it. Now, mutton nihari is pretty common everywhere.
Yeah.
But over there, it came from a name of a Hakim, it said. And there's also a place in Delhi, like, where you go have it.
So nihari is also definitely. So
yes,
we've got
nihari,
lots in.
वहाँ पे kebabs भी खा सकते हो.
Very nice, cool. So one side is almost focused towards being a meat eater's paradise, and one side is focused towards paratha paradise. Wah, kya baat hai. Now tell me something. How is the Jama Masjid Delhi as as a place and as a monument and
like रमजान के टाइम में एक बार गई थी, नमाज वगैरह हो रहा था and all of that. So you see these so many photographers going about trying to take shots of all that is happening around there during. It's so lit, it's so happening, it's so crowded with everyone out there. Namaz ke time pe and all of that.
From Jama Masjid, okay, my favorite thing is when you take the stairs and reach the top, like right before you enter Jama Masjid, okay, you can see a very, very pretty view of Delhi. Okay, you will see pura Delhi. And even from that top, you can see Red Fort very clearly.
Beautiful.
And there's another building, which I'm not sure which one it is, but you can see an Indian flag on top of that building as well. So yeah, for me, it's a very, very pretty view of Delhi. Like
such a picture perfect description you have given, Godly. एक दिन जैसे हरिता ने बोला था ना पहले कि Delhi is a photographer's paradise, go on these photo walks and all. Absolutely painted a picture like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like Delhi has this opportunity to take you on a photo, like gives you this opportunity to go on a photo walk and capture the essence in all possible manners. So you can like Jama Masjid, it's के time namaz वगैरह होता है, so you get entry and it's huge. It's really huge. And even if you go during the day hours, no, you can just like itne sare pigeons and all of that. So that entire
Privacy is not a fan of pigeons. So.
Yeah, I don't like pigeons. I don't mind pictures of pigeons flying out.
You just can like no, just because you don't like pigeons, you just like let them all fly away and like
I can run around the pigeons. Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, so talking about pigeons, so this is something that our guide was telling us from in one of my heritage walks. So what happens in Old Delhi? A lot of people keep pigeons. Like छत पे बहुत सारे pigeons होते हैं.
Keep pigeons, matlab?
So while we were there on the walk ना, we could see a bunch of pigeons flying. ऐसे उड़ रहे थे, ठीक है? ऐसे कई बार हो रहा था. There was some आवाज that they were doing, and we were like, इतने बार, इतने झुंड में बार क्यों pigeons उड़ रहे हैं? So this man told us that a lot of houses, you know, they have been keeping pigeons for years. Like पहले मुगल time पे होता था. It was for some other purpose back then, but now it has become those kabutar bazi. Okay, so there are kabutar baz, like people who keep the pigeons. They take good responsibility of feeding them proper food,
like almost as pets.
Yeah, they like take proper care and all of that. And on 26th Jan, they do this kabutarbazi, where your kabutars or the group of pigeons that you have, they will have a race. And the group which reaches some point the fastest, they win the race. Like then the kabutarbaz gets the prize, or there's some prize.
Oh my God!
It's been going on for years. So during winters, if you take a walk around Old Delhi, you can see people practicing with their pigeons, right? They are actually doing that, and boom boom karke, there would be one group after the other pigeons flying.
My very unheard of kinds.
Yeah, I'm not sure how happy the pigeons are with the race and everything.
That's true.
But it just exists as like a long
traditional
purana tradition. Yeah.
Interesting. Such a Bollywood feeling, na? Like with Delhi 6 mein running across the chat and jumping around with all the pigeons flying around. Ekdam Bollywood sa feel aa raha hai. Bas I need to get all my Indian look ready for this place. Very good idea.
So that area, like, you know, you have to have your chunni and all of that, like dupattas. All the Bollywood filmy things you can get done over there. Then Chandni Chowk जाओगे तो उसके पास में, ये काफी दूर नहीं है Chandni Chowk, so you Chandni Chowk जाओगे तो you have Red Fort over there, like right outside you. You get out of the metro station. It's a walkable distance, or you can take that 10 rupees ka tuk-tuk. And you can get to the main gate. There are two gates, like the Delhi gate and the Lahori gate. And Lahori gate is the place from where, like, the PM does the independence and
the flag hoisting.
Yeah. Once you enter the Red Fort, there is a lot to walk, like a lot of area to walk to and get to. Wahan pe, there is also a beautiful, a really good museum inside Red Fort that you can.
What does it talk about?
Indian freedom struggle and all of those things. So pretty knowledgeable in terms of those, and a lot of artifacts and stuff from that era and everything is just put there.
So all this is the archaeological museum at Red Fort, right? Then there is a second one, which is the 1857 Rebellion Museum.
Yes, the 1857, the Mutiny Museum. So basically, it has it's a free entry museum wherein you have the materials and all used at the same time. The different contributions of people and fighters from across the India that led to the participating in the 1857 mutiny. So it is a really enriching museum. So that is one that you can.
It's really like a history lesson, right?
Absolutely.
If you're in school, it's like a revision ho ja raha hai.
Absolute history lesson. It's just all your history textbook coming alive over there. So the peculiar one that needs to be mentioned is Diwani Khas and Diwani So Diwani is a hall of audience. It's a common place where anyone can come and meet the king. Shah Jahan had built this Red Fort. Then there is Diwani Khas. The last time, like a couple of months ago when I went there, we did not really have the access to get in there, but it's said to be the place where the famous Amir Khusro lines are written. If there is a paradise on earth, it is here.
It is this. It is this. It is this. Oh, what is over here, is it?
Yeah. In fact, like the Kohinoor diamond was also stolen from the same place. Even there was something called the peacock throne inside this Diwani Khas. Even the peacock throne was said to be stolen and taken away. So I don't think it only exists in like paintings and all of that. So it is no longer there. When I keep repeating the word Red Fort, I realize that I have to mention that Red Fort was not true to its name, it actually was white.
Huh?
Yes, like that I have to mention. So basically, Red Fort was originally white and like made of limestones. During the time it was commissioned by Shah Jahan. Later on, limestone is something that could get corroded and chipped. After that, it was completely repainted by the British government and all as red. And that is how, like, earlier it was not even called the Lal Kila. It was the Kila-i-Mubarak, the blessed fort.
Are you
Kila-i-Mubarak.
serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So the most famous place, one of the most significant famous places in Delhi, like it was called Kila-i-Mubarak. And now later on, it became the Red Fort because it was repainted red. Not originally built red, it was originally white. So that's about Red.
Wow, Haritha, this is so cool. Now I had no idea. So this is all paint.
It was all painted.
My God, this Red Fort is like crazy, massive, amazing, man. There's a lot of working involved in exploring the Red Fort, na?
चलने
I've
में
just
इतना लंबा, like इतना time लगता है ना explore करने के लिए. It's like it's so huge.
also
It's so
one
huge.
has to always remember that it's a fort. So we don't realize that it is a fort when we see it on TV, right? We don't think it's a fort. We think it's a big wall. But it's a Red Fort. So you have all the mahals inside. You have all this Diwane Khas, Diwane Aam. Of course, the huge garden and all of that. So I'm sure, like how we say, na, when you go to Amer Fort, one of the most popular forts, you have to spend an entire day. When we go to Golconda Fort, you have to spend an entire day. Similarly,
Yes.
when you come to Red Fort, spend an entire day. You have that much to walk. You have that much to explore. Wow, man. मेरे को तो ये white color वाला सुन के और भी exciting लग रहा है.
Apparently, I was even checking. It's said to be something like 256 acres right in middle of Delhi. So it's like too huge, like, too huge to even think about us to, like, explore as well. So there are even like small isolated monuments here and there. And actually, like, it's a complex of a lot of palaces because like, all the kings and everyone used to stay in there and everything. So
Yeah.
Shah Jahan had shifted the capital from
It was first here and then it moved to Agra.
yeah. So Red Fort being the capital area, so like the administrative thing. So we have the Diwani Khas. There is the Rang Mahal. There is this. Yes,
Can
there
you
is a
access
Rang Mahal.
these?
I didn't get access the last
Okay.
time I went there. So it is like, it's a little questionable. Like we can't really trust on. And the thing is, most of the times there is some or the other renovation work and things going on over there, because of which it might be a little difficult to get access to it at all points. So, if you're lucky, you might.
Like, if I'm not going as a part of a tour or with a tour guide or something, then do you have a lot of explanations as to what you should be looking out for and all that? You have all that well
Yes,
written out in
you have it. You can, like, all of those, like, each and every main places have those inscription thing,
Yeah.
like
what you can expect to see inside, what is the history there and all
what
that.
is it? Yes, it's
Very
completely.
nice.
So yeah, like, because in Delhi invites so many foreign people and diplomats and so many people, like all of these things are put down well for you to read.
Very
and
tourist
capture.
friendly.
Yes, very tourist friendly that way.
So this Red Fort, how long usually, if I want to properly explore Red Fort, how much time in my hand should I take?
Easily like 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours?
That you
Okay.
Yeah, 2-3 hours would be good.
So my day at Red Fort is going to be a really, really tiring day. And I think Red Fort closes by sometime early evening. तो मुझे Red Fort पूरा explore करने के बाद, if I want to go to a really nice area, go to a good cafe, sit and chill and just refresh, which area would you suggest that I should head to?
See, even close to Red Fort, since there's Chandni Chowk, right? You have good food options there. But if you also want to explore like some very, very fancy places, you can go to Connaught Place, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's Art Cafe and many options there as well. What I highly recommend is coming back to Connaught Place side again next morning to explore the modern art museum and all the other places that are there in Connaught Place. Very, very favorite.
Oh, good tip.
Yeah.
Oh, conversation about CP, matlab we are close to the Gurudwara Bangla Sahib, na?
Yeah, right. There are a good number of Gurudwaras, like one pretty famous and one which is most visited and all is Gurudwara Bangla Sahib. Then उसके बाजू में ही गुरुद्वारा रकाबगंज भी है. It's basically that same India Gate के बाजू में ही है. If you want to walk, you can easily walk around. Otherwise, you can take like rickshaws.
So when you get down from the metro, one way leads to Jantar Mandir and the other one leads to the Gurudwara,
Yes,
right?
correct, yes.
No,
Oh
no,
yeah, Jantar Mandir is
yeah.
also right there. इतने सारी चीजें वो वहीं पे. तो
And you know, the autos take you to the Gurudwara for free also. There would be people who are doing seva. So
Yeah.
when we went, they were doing this seva thingy. They were like, we will not charge you and all of that, which is pretty sweet, of course.
I really like Gurudwaras. Somehow.
Yes. So they have this really tasty prasad. Prasad that
khada
you
prasad
get.
thing.
Oh God. It is
I love it.
so good.
There's
I
also
love
a good
Lutyens
lassi
Gurudwara.
spot right outside the Gurudwara if you want to try. Okay, they give you those malai wala lassi.
Wow, yum.
CP में भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं अगर एक्सप्लोर करने लगे हो तो, because so many libraries that Delhi has, like
there's an Indian postal ka bhi some museum sort of a thing there, right?
Yeah. Coming to museums, again in Central Delhi, there is National Gallery of Modern Art. It's called the NGMA. You can definitely pay a visit to there.
So this National Gallery of Modern Art, what kind of art do you expect? Like, do you even see those old Ravi Verma kind of art
Yes.
things and all, or you only see ones that are, made in a very contemporary style and things?
No, you actually can see all sorts of. It's just not modern art that you're talking about, like abstract and just not that. In fact, I remember seeing this one huge painting of a bicycle. It's like illusionary. If you're standing in the like left side of the portrait, you just see it directed towards you. And then when you just like you walk to the right side of the painting, you just see it moving with you. So that's sort of
like, it kind of moves with you kinds.
Yes,
like
it does. It moves. It actually houses really good artworks that you must not miss out on.
There are good exhibitions too, which happens pretty often. Almost every week there would be some kind of exhibition there. So you can right after, like it's just opposite to the museum in the same complex only. So you can visit that as well. And I think there's a souvenir shop as well to collect small art prints that you like from the museum. And they have different floor sections, which is very intelligently designed. Like you get the oldest first floor page, then thoda new. Like third floor is good amount of modern art in the Ravindranath, Jamini Roy and all of that. And uske baad the fourth one is where your mind might be like, "Acha, mere ko ab nahi samajh aa raha hai." So I am almost at contemporary art now.
Yeah. This souvenir shop thing, will the pieces of art that you buy, won't they be like crazy expensive?
They are art prints mostly. If you buy it framed and all, they will definitely charge acha khasa amount, like depending on how much you are paying. But small postcards and all will not cost you too much. So you can buy those.
Very nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic.
So usme, when you see all of these places that I've mentioned, you will see most of them in the yellow line, like Rajiv Chowk, Central Secretariat is India Gate के पास में Central Secretariat. उसके नीचे आओगे तो जोरबाग is like Lodi Gardens, Delhi INA, वहाँ पे आप जा सकते हो. Then there comes a place Hauz Khas. Yes, the Hauz Khas is also something that you can visit around that area. So Hauz Khas village is what the place is quite known as. So it has like nightclub scenes and all of that. At the same time, it has a lot of cafes now. In fact, you could find different cafes to eat from, hang out, chill and all of that. And there is even one Kunzum karke, there is a travel and a book cafe. Like that is a place where travelers go and just write their own travel stories and everything.
Oh, fancy.
So it's a very, it is a very
you get those vibes over there.
So they even have like these travel community meetups and all of that. You can, catch up with fellow travelers and all. Then there is a deer park, a Hauz Khas fort is there. Like there is also a fort again, but it's just like a chill hangout place. So that is what Hauz Khas is. Like if you are looking for a place to just catch up with people or just like chill and all that, you can head to Hauz Khas.
Yeah, we are talking a lot about historical places, cafes and stuff, but we have not talked about Lotus Temple. Sorry, the Lotus Temple. Like
yes.
Delhi में आके Lotus Temple नहीं गए तो So Lotus Temple is a very serene place. Go. Bahai Temple है. अंदर जाके चुपचाप बैठो. Meditate करो. That's pretty much it.
And it's all green. You take good pictures there, like
Yes.
just you see green. Not like full on trees and all, but like green
Lawns,
grass,
like meadows and
all of
lawns
that.
styles.
Yeah, and
Well, it's basically built in the design of a lotus blooming. So around the lotus temple, there are like this. There is this water. What do you call like a?
You mean something like a water pond?
Yeah, it's so beautifully maintained and all of that. You have to like get into a queue and line to
get
into
in?
that. Yes.
Oh, it's a busy
भीड़ होता है
place.
तो obviously वो
it
भी
passes
है.
quickly
That's-
though, but yeah, there's like
it
you will
does.
see always a big line because of the back checking and stuff, I think. But like it passes quickly.
Lotus Temple is like one of the most well-known. किसी कोई नहीं गया है तो भी they will know about the Delhi Lotus Temple.
Then if you want to move towards the east of Delhi, then there is this really huge temple, Akshardham temple. So
Of
Akshardham
course.
temple is one place, see, when people coming from outside, if you're like people touring with their family and all of that, then definitely these are the stops that they go to. But it's such a scenic, beautiful place that is right again in the center of this small city. But if you go in the night, the late evenings and all that, there definitely is that light and sound show that happens.
So
But
Akshardham is definitely something.
Akshardham is definitely a place you must go.
This was lovely. Tell me something. What other hatke experiences can I have if I'm coming to Delhi?
So if you want to like completely leave all the South Delhi area and head to the North Delhi, North Delhi, which is this place, civil lines. You take the same metro line, okay, yellow line. It's closer to Delhi University North Campus. Closer मतलब वहीं पर है Delhi University North Campus भी, like Vishwavidyalaya and all of that. So you get out at civil lines, you will find the little Tibet of Delhi.
Okay.
So a lot of Tibetan refugee colony that has been built there. It's called the New Arunanagar colony, but no one will really know if you say that. Famously known as the Majnu Ka Tila.
क्या मस्त नाम है यार ये.
Oh yeah, Majnu Ka Tila is a place where you must go to capture a different Delhi vibe, but it's one amazing place to go to and not really miss out on. You go to Majnu Ka Tila and feel like you're suddenly transported to the mountains. So there is the Amma Cafe, there is the Kalsang. It's basically known for a lot of small budget cafes, which is completely focused on selling your thukpa and thentuk and a lot of Tibetan dishes. You get a lot of tingmo, and if you're not aware of them, you should definitely go and give a try. And there is this savory called Laughing, Lapphing.
You would have had in McLeodganj and all, you get it a lot.
नहीं यार, I haven't even heard about this. Tell me more.
It's a little spicy, but it's something that is the place
Laughing.
is
I've never heard of this, but okay.
Laughing. Oh yeah.
Why
My
not?
mouth is watering right now. What is
You know where to go tomorrow, okay? The weekend is here.
yeah. मजनू का टिला जाके खाने के लिए तो काफी फेमस है. हाँ, वहाँ पे you will get all the kimchi and a lot of things that you can buy from there. Then there is these stalls as well for clothes. But I just found that वहाँ पे bargaining नहीं होती. हर जगह ना, like I just went there and yeah, वहाँ पे bargaining नहीं होती. I just went up. It was a very cool, a very cool hippie kind of a shirt. And then I went and I was just like, भैया कितने का है? That one shirt was like for 700. Okay, कम होगा? अच्छा कोई बात नहीं करके I walked a bit forward and then there was this पीछे
He didn't call you back. Oh, he didn't call you back.
It's just so sad. I was just like, okay, बस वही
And
है.
you're in the same
So-
Delhi where on one side you have to reduce it to 25% and here it's...
Exactly.
I mean,
वो
it's
big
just-
चीज
I was
आएगा ना,
like-
मतलब Delhi over there there's a good amount of people who are totally obsessed with Korean stuff, right? Like anything Korean that they have seen in either drama, so they would definitely want to try it or buy it and all of that. So there are like multiple shops out there. Pretty popular for that. I remember going to this one cafe, which was Busan. And they had this sitting area just like in Japanese styles and all. So
Oh.
they had those pillows and stuff. sit
Low
over there.
seating, a pillow and things like that. Yeah,
But
yeah,
under
yeah.
the table, they had this kind of a thingy where it will open up in case you are uncomfortable folding your legs. So you can actually hang your legs there also.
Very
If
cool.
you are uncomfortable that way. Yeah, and they have mochi ice creams and stuff and all of that, which is so pretty.
Yeah.
This cafe sounds very cool.
And then right in middle, like kind of the center, there is a small Tibetan monastery sort of a thing. Like, and then around there, you can just like all these n number of shops, cafes, and all of that. And also, they have Tibetan or Buddhist souvenirs that you get. They are so beautiful. Like, you get those gemstones and alongside different good artworks. But they're expensive.
So they're expensive in McLeodganj as well. So
yeah,
I feel like
true. They are
just
expensive there as
like
well.
okay,
They're
nahi
very
kharida ja sakta types.
Lovely. So shopping bhi ho gaya, khana bhi ho gaya, and you don't even feel like you're in India because you're surrounded by a lot of even Tibetan food
like
and
Tibetan
all of that
is
as well.
something.
Yes,
Yes.
Tibetan, yes.
What is Delhi famous for, or like what is one thing that Delhiites always miss? It's if they go out of Delhi and come back, it's momos. But momos is something that you get everywhere else in Delhi. So much so that like I was just taking a walk just yesterday and I was coming back home. I was just like, if there is one place which is so filled with like a crowd, it's the momos stand. It's like one small.
And they have momos with meat. It's okay. Like I'm from Kolkata and we have momos with soup and the spicy chutney. It was only in Delhi. I'm like, what is this? Why are they serving mayo? They with momos. Like,
they can't handle the spices apparently, I guess.
Though combination is weird, man. I have also never heard of momos and mayo.
You haven't?
Momos and spicy chutney hota hai. Momos and mayo? I have never heard.
So it's a Delhi thing. I've seen it
Delhi
there.
thing.
Oh yeah, that is my default. So everything else is surprising for me. Mine is like momos, mayo nahi hai to kya?
मैंने कभी नहीं सुना है. I've had momos in like
really?
I've got a Nepal momos खाई हूँ मैं. मैं Northeast momos खाई हूँ. धर्मशाला momos खाई हूँ. But mayo?
Yeah, like because momos has such huge demand over there, itna differentiation bhi aa gaya hai. Yeah, you get like fried, steamed, tandoori, malai, Afghani, ye, wo, bhai, sab. Like if you really want to get rich in Delhi, get a momo.
Open a momo station.
That's it. मतलब सारी पूरी दिल्ली तुम्हारे पीछे पड़ जाएगी. तो खाने के लिए तो वही है. So that is. I love it. बाकी like that, this is the common street food that you get in mostly all the generic places. So you get chole kulcha, like it's our go-to thing when we are walking out of somewhere hungry, like walk out of a college hungry, chole kulcha. Walk out of a hospital hungry, chole kulcha. तो यही होता है खाने के लिए.
Oh, you are in a foodie place, man. I love it.
One thing I really want to tell you about, people who want to explore books and all of that, there's Khan Market. Like so many bookshops there with good book cafes as well. So Fakir Chand is just one of the oldest there, but there's also Barrisons and other bookstores as well. Once you step there, you can just see bookstore, and
these are all bookshops, or these are like on the road wale jo books rakhte
No, not those bookstores. They are like proper bookshops from very old times.
Fantastic.
And some of them have turned their bookshops also into a small tea cafe and all of that. So you can explore that also. Like you must be tired after so much book shopping. So sit there, drink and all of that. Daryaganj is just one of them where you get books for like
wholesale and very
25
cheap
and all of that, right? It's just the best place. Like my weekend, I always made sure that once a month I'll definitely visit Daryaganj.
It's a weekend thing only?
It happens only on Sundays.
On Sunday, there is this place called Mahila Hart. Like it's now dedicated. Earlier, it used to be like just on the roadside and all of that.
It's in Delhi Gate, right? The metro stop is Delhi Gate.
Yeah. So there is this complex called Mahila Hart, and वहाँ पे अभी थोड़ा organize करके डाला हुआ है. तो people, all these sellers are come out, and on Sundays morning to evening they have this book
fair or something.
Book fair sort of a thing. You have to have your own shopping bags and all. They don't give you shopping bags.
Go
so
with khali bag. Everybody carries their own bag. Like
carry a big khali bag. Very good. I mean,
Darya
at least
Ganj
6
mein,
days.
bas Mahila Haat mein there is the Sunday
Okay,
book
okay,
market
okay.
which happens. Otherwise, if you go around, no, you get like very wholesale rates mein you get a lot of stationery and everything.
Oh,
Like, ऐसे करके
of course,
जितना भी.
Kuba. There's this place when you cross the road from Mahila Haat, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
this narrow street, and it's very, very famous for chaats, okay? Like samosa chaat, kachori chaat, and all
Oh.
of that. So I only knew about Mahila Haat, and I was going with a friend. She knew about the chaat section. So she took me there, and she's like, after you're done with your shopping and all that jazz, we will go there and eat. Really good. And of course, there's this amazing Nimbu masala chai as well. Okay, the entire locality will have people selling that, which is very, 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 very yummy. Okay, like yeah. And especially you were craving it in Kolkata, so I think
Yeah,
you should
I'm
just be
very
there
proud
and
of that.
bring it there.
You're correct. I really, really like Nimbu masala, lebu cha. How lovely. Acha, tell me, you guys said that you guys have gone on a few heritage walks around different parts of Delhi, Old Delhi and all. So your tour guy must have told you some stories or showed you some places which are not like the top 10 things to do when you visit Delhi.
Haan. So, very close to that area is Old Shahjahanabad, okay, which the Tughlaq dynasty ke a lot of old Dargah monuments are there. Most of it is destroyed, by the way. Like, I remember Haritha and I were doing this heritage walk. The guy was taking us to the Razia Sultan's tomb. So it goes through a very, very narrow, okay? And from there, he said that the gully is so patla and narrow, right? So he called it Nikawali Gully. So the guide called it Nikawali Gully, and then he explained ki because the gully is so narrow, it feels like, you know, it's almost like a couple going there. Okay, like you would literally like feel like you're a couple with another person because itna chipak ke hi rahega. So,
Very cute.
So which is why he called it Nikawali Gully.
Yeah, I think that is like, you know, old Shahjahanabad, because there's a lack of space and such huge population density over there. People build on like Razia Sultan's tomb is so difficult to figure out in between. Like it's just like it's a normal thing. Like किसी के आंगन में just जा रहे हो और वहाँ पे राजिया सुल्तान का tomb है. It's a very unassuming structure, and then when you enter, you just see two very unassuming, very normal structure, which has not been given any attention or like, you know, anything as such. So
The
but I can
story
see-
behind it is much richer than the monument itself.
Absolutely.
There's kind of a debate about whether it's her tomb there or it's in somewhere near Punjab and somewhere near Haryana to UP side, because there are three stories around it as well.
Three
Based on
theories
which,
that she can be
yeah,
there or here or here.
there or there, yeah. So we went to one which was in Delhi.
वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ था कि
Yeah, but he said कि it was there in the other tombs also, which are debatable and all of that. But our guide believed that he also thought that this was the original one. हाँ, घर के बीच बीच में से है एक बहुत पतली गली से, and just a small place where there's a brief about her कि उसका tomb है उधर, थोड़ा सा space है for the prayer area, and the tombs are there, but that's about it.
In fact, something that I noticed was residents की पानी की टंकी ना, like water tanks were just placed right there, and then like people were coming and fetching water from there and going. So it was like, okay,
crazy,
so that's a very
man.
residential area, and it's like, you know, left to.
It's like you said in the earlier part of the recording that, you know, a lot of Delhi is like you have old Delhi and uske upar modern Delhi has come either on top or around, and things which almost engulfs into the old Delhi part of it.
It's like hidden over there.
I remember he was talking about one place which is supposedly second in Asia in terms of some kind of an architecture and all. I don't remember the name of the place and all of that, and he was saying that like वो घर से इतना घिरा हुआ है ना, like you cannot see, it won't even show up on the map, and like it you can't even get in, like रास्ते से भी you can मतलब pass, when you're passing by it and all you cannot see. What you have to do is like ask the locals कि किसके घर से दिखेगा, फिर उनके छत पे जाके only you can see that thingy, okay? Like they had permission and they can do. Yes, that's crazy. And he's like that architecture is like some legendary thingy and all of that he was explaining, and he was like I did my toe when I went and asked someone कि क्या आपके छत से देख सकते हैं करके, and all of that he did. But it's not easy, right? Even in heritage walks, you cannot just take so many people कि चलो इनके घर के छत पे जाके हम लोग देखते हैं.
Yeah, unless this person is an entrepreneurial Gujarati and they say each person give me 50 rupees and I'll take you to the shop. Gujaratis can do all such lovely things. Very entrepreneurial folks. My God, we've been talking for such a long time about so many different alag type of experiences in Delhi. Amazing city, man, amazing city.
Yeah, we call it महफिलों का शहर. ये शहर नहीं महफिल है. So that's like that actually
महफिल है.
yes, it is that, like, Delhi is not about the infrastructure or anything. Delhi resides in the feels that you get. It's a potpourri. You get everything over here. A lot of things make Delhi Delhi, and come here, take a walk around. Only thing is that, of course, come around at the right time and you will definitely feel really warmly welcomed by this place. So yes, yeah.
Lovely, lovely. You girls have said heritage walk multiple times through our entire conversation. Can you recommend the names of a few persons or any of these companies that do heritage walks in and around Delhi?
So, if you're going to Delhi, right, because you're already planning to, I highly recommend doing the heritage walks by either Delhi Six Wala or by this Purani Dilli Wale, or by my favorite Shah Umair, who also frequently takes people on walks, like heritage walks in Delhi with amazing storytelling. So 101% recommend.
No, that's a good tip. I'll also check them out, and we will also leave the links to their probably Instagram accounts. Is that how we get in touch with them? Yeah, in our show notes and in our blog. So check them out.
The popular sites are not that difficult, but you want to see those places like Razia Sultan's tomb, or like really, really old libraries which are still existing. There, I think, is also a very old perfume shop or something near Chandni Chowk. Like, I think it was the first perfume shop in the entire country or something like that. Like, it has very, very old, like from generations, they are still making it, right? Like,
so Ahmedabad has lot of such lovely places too. So I have explored a bit of all. That's when I'm hearing. I'm seeing so many cross connections between the two cities, no?
Very strangely, or coincidentally, the three cities that I've explored, be it Hyderabad, Delhi, and Ahmedabad, have certain connections.
Right. Oh, you're right.
Delhi,
absolutely. I mean, even Hyderabad,
Hyderabad, Ahmedabad. You would see such similarities, like you go to, like, ऐसे लगेगा कि तुम Delhi आ गए हो, like it's just the same place. That is what you would say. There are parallels, but like you will feel similar.
And it's very interesting that our 10th episode was on Ahmedabad. The 11th is Delhi, and people, sneak peek. Our next episode is going to be a tour of Hyderabad. So a lot of history, a lot of overlapping stories as well, I'm sure. Stay tuned. So thank you so much, Haritha. This was so nice. I had a lovely time talking to you, and you've been a fantastic guide in almost starting out the entire Delhi trip for me that I'm going to come on. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot. It's an absolute pleasure to be interacting with you both together, and I'm so happy to be able to do so, take you around Delhi, at least mentally for now. And, when you come, I hope I would get to take you around for real as well. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy.
Well, thank you so much for this fantastic conversation. So for anybody looking forward to a Delhi trip, we have highlighted all our favorite heritage spots along with some of the recommended heritage walks also in that locality which you can pick. There are amazing pictures sent by Haritha, and of course we have not missed out on food experiences and even some other experiences that you can explore in and around Delhi. So for more details, please head to our blog, Sneaky Footprints, link of which is in our show notes below.
Thank you. See you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.